Good evening, Panthers. My name is Zhanai Johnson, and you're watching KPVU-TV. And I have the honor and pleasure of speaking with Miss Christina Ressa. How are you doing today, Christina?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And for those who don't know, you are a music recording artist straight out of Baltimore, man. How you feeling?
Texas is really cool. It's really nice being here. It's not like home at all.
Hey, they say everything's bigger and better in Texas. So I mean, hey, no offense to be more, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you say how you feeling today? How you feel about just walking on campus? What was your first reaction when you got on our campus? I know you've been on tour and stuff like that.
I think your campus is very spacious.
That's a good answer.
My school, I went to Morgan State.
Okay.
So right now we have multiple new buildings coming up. So it's not as spacious anymore, but I love to see that everyone has space to be themselves.
Oh, definitely. One thing about PV, you're going to get some space. You can get some greenery, some grass, a couple cows, horses. I don't know. but yeah. So you said Morgan State, huh? How was that experience there?
Morgan teaches you a lot of life skills. It teaches you that despite what avenue you want to go into, there's always somebody around that can help you. One of the things that I do like about my school is that if, say you were an architect major, right?
Yep.
Our students has the opportunity to create and design the new building structures and then watch it come to life. I think on campus, it allows the students to really dive into their field before they get into the field.
Definitely. I mean, I think that comes apart when having a community and people behind you and having peers who want to push you forward and help you out. So I'm glad you had a good experience at Morgan State. Shout out to Morgan State. But so I want to get into a little bit about your music. Tell me a little bit about what are the things that inspired you to actually start music or made you think like, hey, maybe I'm pretty good at this and I want to continue this route.
Well, it all started in church and at school. Just the opportunity to go out there and just watch people hear my story through my music, or just watching people feel connected when I sing. That's stuff that I really enjoyed, and that's what made me really get into music. There was a point in time where I did put a pause to music. It's like, let me focus on my backup. So there is a backup.
Definitely.
But then when I moved back to the county, that's, Baltimore City and Baltimore County.
Okay.
When I moved back to the county, I met a bunch of creatives, and it was just like, why am I putting my dream on a back burner just in case, when I should be focusing instead to make that a reality and, let life do what life do.
For sure. I agree with you on that. That's great. I'm glad you had was able to tap into that. So you said church. A little bit about church. So did you sing in the church, or that's kind of how you started? What was your experience with the church life?
I sang in the church.
Hey.
I did every vacation Bible school song.
Hey.
And my aunt and my grandma couldn't hear me, so they put me on a balcony and told me to sing to my neighbors until they could hear me.
Hey, well, I shout out to them. At least they gave you a effective way to practice your craft.
Yes.
So and allow would you say that was beneficial?
Very much so.
All right.
My voice is kind of small.
Right. So shout out to them for that. Let's get into a little bit about your music. So your niche would be R&B, would you say?
R&B and pop.
R&B and pop. Okay. And so what are the things that you would say inspires you or inspires your music, especially taking that specific niche? What are the things that draw you to R&B and pop that you want to convey to the audience?
I wanted to tell a story.
Right.
And allow people to be themselves through music and not care who's around them when they listen to music. You have someone like, oh, I don't listen to that, but on the low they do.
Right.
You also have
sorry,
don't do that. You also have moments where it's like, sometimes you want to feel a story, something that you can relate to or connect with. Like Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, when they perform, they put on a whole story. Like every performance is a music video. Their music videos told stories. It's not just a song. So that's something that I want to tap into more. And with my music, I hope that everyone's able to really be themselves.
Yeah. Perfect. I think everybody should be themselves. I mean, it's important to stay authentic and true to who you are. So with that being said, when it comes down to storytelling, is there any song that you particularly wrote, or a song that a specific story that you wanted to tell? Like, you can shout it out. Give me a little synopsis of what it is or what it's about for those who don't know. Also,
So the song "Worth It" right now.
Worth It, yes.
It's out on all platforms. Music videos on YouTube.
Check that out.
Worth It is about. A lot of people believe that it's about, a relationship, but it's really just about me and my friends not getting along. People say, do this and maybe things will be better, or go and do that instead. And then you go and switch into a different lane and it's still a problem. It's kind of like at that moment in time, I had to realize like, hey, no matter what I do, you're not satisfied with it. So I'm just going to do me and be okay with doing me. So what's up?
Right. And it's important for those who are friends out there, support your friends. I mean, it's important to have community and people behind you. If we're already friends, we've already established that kind of relationship. So you would think that people would follow along, but life is life. People are people. People are humans. And I can definitely understand that. So I'm definitely going to go check out Worth It and clock that T and get up in that, because I got some friends right now. You know who you are, that just not supportive. So I definitely get that. And with that being said, so those who don't know, you are on tour, HBCU tour. How's that been going? How's tour life?
Amazing. I love traveling and I love meeting new people and just getting to dive into the culture. So far, so great. I'm excited for the next stop. I'm excited for this stop. We're here for a couple days. So.
Yeah. And she came, y'all don't know, she came right during homecoming. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? So yeah, I definitely had to lace her up about PV, how we get down over here, the things we do. But it was a pleasure speaking with you. Make sure y'all go check out Worth It on all platforms, YouTube. We got Christina Ressa here in the building. Make sure you plug yourself in. Like I said, make sure y'all follow. And thank you for coming on the show and having you. It's like I always just slip up at the end. She made me nervous, y'all. She made me nervous, but it's okay. I'm with a star. So thank you so much. My name is Zhanai Johnson. You're watching KPVU-TV, and we're out of here. Say bye.
Bye, y'all.
Cool.